there is a huge demand for CISO to really talk about security at the boardroom level. So I think the number one is that there must be really an executive support and discussion about security. That's the most important thing that every CISO has on their to-do list. The second one is understand what really is the currency that you're protecting. What kind of information do you value the most in your organization? Because we have to really acknowledge the fact that there is no 100% security. And number three is that, again, I will overemphasize on making sure that the resources and the people in the organizations are competent enough to address, minimize, or even to avert potential threats. So that's where I think CISOs will be very busy in the next few months or so. My take on this one is it doesn't have to be balanced. It has to complement, right? I guess it's a change of mindset. People feel that security is a roadblock to privacy, but it's not. It has to complement each other because at the end of the day, they cannot work separately. So when we talk about privacy and talk about security, you can see very carefully that if security is built in and privacy is on the top of every developer application organization's list, this should not happen. Things like this that we're seeing every day should not happen. The problem that we see today is they're taking it separately. And the worst is that they have to make one choice. And that's the problem. So I think how it should work is to complement each other. How can security be the best guard for privacy as opposed to relaxing security so that privacy can come into play? It will be very complex. It's a mind game. It will be thinking much ahead of where the criminals are thinking, or at least designing their attack. Most definitely, we would see it will be more enterprise-built attack. Organizations will still be the number one potential compromise or target for a lot of these criminals. We would still see less on the state, government, interstate sort of attack. IoT is one of the emerging one. I know we've talked about IoT for the last few years, but a lot of this education. But right now, remember, a lot of these devices are now integrated, especially in transportation, in home automation. So we're probably going to see a little bit more on that, but I guess it will be shaping their way into the infrastructure, and when they shape their way into our infrastructure and daily lives, here comes potential disruption, which is designed by the criminal. So most likely those are the few things that will still be an element in the next coming months, or at least even for next year.